Hi. I would like to give a shout out to the mostly white people that are responsible for the trash heap that is our current Supreme Court. If you've been bogged down in the overturning of Roe versus Wade and the erosion of women's rights in this country, then you should be aware of some rulings that have been handed down by this Supreme Court in just the last 30 days. There's enough of them that I had to write them down so I wouldn't forget. In no particular order, we have Oklahoma versus Castro Huerta. This guts Native American sovereignty. It rules that state authorities may prosecute non-Native Americans who commit crimes against Native Americans on those reservations. Apparently, they've forgotten that there are tribal police and tribal authorities that deal with these matters independently. Reservations are not petty fiefdoms. These are independent, sovereign nations within the United States, and this is shameful. We have West Virginia versus the Environmental Protection Agency. This one curtails the EPA's ability to regulate the energy sector. Who wants that, other than the energy sector? We have Kennedy versus the Bremerton School District. This gives the constitutional right to pray at football games. I promise this was a Christian coach, because if an imam wanted to pray at the 50-yard line of your local high school, the hue and cry would be unreal. We have the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin. This is the one that ruled that states with strict limits on public gun carrying violate the all-important Second Amendment, because wouldn't it be a shame if children could go to school, or if people could, say, go to a 4th of July parade without being shot to death? We have Carson versus Macon. This is a Maine program that excluded religious schools from a state tuition program, and it's been deemed to be a violation of the free exercise of religion, because what we all understand is that there is a true erosion between church and state in this country. But we also have an upcoming case. It's Moore versus Harper. And this is whether or not the North Carolina Supreme Court can strike down a redistricting map because of partisan gerrymandering. There's a lot of implications here, but one of them is that if the court rules the wrong way, it will reduce voter oversight on state legislatures. In other words, it could give members of the General Assembly unlimited power to draw electoral maps that keep themselves and or members in Congress in office as long as they want, regardless of the will of the people. So think about what your state is doing that you don't agree with, like further reducing the ability for women to get appropriate health care, for children to have gender-affirming health care, for voter rights, and really consider your part in what is happening in this country. It's shameful.